Namaste friends, I am Dr. Kalpita Paranspe, a retired physicist, scientist from Baba Atomic Research Center. I have conducted fundamental research in experimental physics for 37 years. I have also contributed to understanding of homeopathy by conducting fundamental research since 1986, and I have studied Ayurveda. Today there is a terror wave in the population which is attributed to COVID-19 pandemic. I want to share my views as to what is the real cause of this fear psychosis which should be removed from the minds of the people. One thing we must know that there are 10 to the power of 31 viruses residing in our body, and there are 10 to the power of 13 bacteria which are also residing in our body from top to toe, and they have their function in symbiotic functioning of our body. A virus like COVID-19 enters our system through mouth or through nose and resides in the throat and nasal cavities for a couple of days in order to incubate itself, that is, make it capable of entering our body cells. Viruses do not have their own reproductive system, so they use our body mechanism to replicate by entering into the system, and they have a code with which they can multiply as well as create proteins which are required for its existence for entering other cells, and these proteins self-assemble around the virus. When it is in the nasal cavity, we drink warm water and inhale steam because at high temperature these hydrogen bonds in the proteins break up, making the virus ineffective. When they enter the cell, hot water and steam are not going to disrupt their function. Here the immune system rushes for our help. It has many ways of eradicating the viruses. One of them is to increase the body temperature. When the body temperature increases, the protein layer around the virus gets binding, breaks up, and virus becomes inactive. It comes out of the protein layer, it is totally inactive, it cannot function by itself. We make a blunder at this stage by taking antipyretic, that is, reducing the body temperature. You will find many patients saying that for a couple of days, let's say 4, 5, 7, 8 days, they were very comfortable, there was no fever, there were no cough, nothing, no symptoms, and all of a sudden they started finding breathing difficulties. That is because just as the patients are feeling comfortable, the virus is also feeling comfortable because there is no temperature to disrupt its function by breaking the bonds in the protein layer. They multiply in our cell. Let us say in one cell, if one virus enters and makes X number of copies, and for the time being, let us assume X to be 100. When the number of viruses increase, the cell membrane can no longer sustain this pressure and it ruptures. And the viruses come out. The debris of the cell, that is the organic matter of the dead cell, lies wherever this incidence occurs. Now this army of X viruses or 100 viruses invades 100 fresh cells in our body, multiplies there, cell membranes rupture, dropping the remains of over wherever they have ruptured, and an army of 10,000 viruses comes out. You can imagine how fast it multiplies and what will happen if it multiplies for, let's say, 4 to 8 days. These viruses, through our blood circulation system, go to all our vital organs like brain, heart, lungs, liver, spleen, pancreas, kidneys, and wherever the blood goes in our body. There they multiply, there they leave the debris of dead cells, causing hindrance in the functioning of our vital organs. But a serious situation arises when this multiplication occurs inside the lungs. When they enter the red blood cell, the fresh blood carrying oxygen from the lungs to the blood circulatory system, and from the blood circulation system carbon dioxide is released into the lungs. This process is hampered because the ruptured red cells, they clog the capillaries, the uh, blood vessels which are carrying fresh oxygen to the blood. Also, because of the rupturing of the red blood cells, the supply of oxygen, reduced blood cells reduce the supply of oxygen to the system, and the debris lying inside the lungs reduces the capacity of the lungs to absorb oxygen from the atmosphere. At this stage, since there is a deficiency in the oxygen, we give oxygen. Now, the role of bacteria inside our body is to reduce any organic matter which is not absorbed by the body into very small biochemicals which can be thrown out of the system through our circulatory system, blood circulation system. So when the pile occurs inside the lungs, the bacteria, they are there. It's only that they get food and they start eating the food and multiply. When they multiply, we think that there is a infection, and we make another blunder by killing this bacteria. By killing the bacteria, you can kill them, but you can't reduce the debris. Nobody can reduce it. With the result that the pile starts increasing and bacteria anyway start multiplying. You give another dose of antibiotics and they become resistant to antibiotics. You give higher antibiotics. This process continues until you can say that, well, the infection is not going. But that's not the end of the story, because antibiotics are not choosy about where to act on the bacteria. They kill the bacteria all over the system, therefore reducing the supply of essential biochemicals to various organs, which may lead to organ failure also, and definitely it reduces the functioning of the organs. So we must understand that viruses are not affected by antibiotics because antibiotics are there to kill the bacteria. Viruses can be eradicated only and only by our immune system, and we can help our immune system by triggering the immune mechanism by using homeopathic medicines or by using Ayurvedic medicines. I don't see any medicine in modern medicine which can remove the debris all over the body. And there is another thing which we have found, that is the uh, herbs which are used for generations in India, like turmeric and neem. We have created self-help groups. We call them self-help Corona. Corona means karo, do. Help yourself. And thousands of people have joined our self-help groups and have been benefited either for preventing the invasion by Corona or by helping them coming out of the dangerous situation. By neem improves the oxygen supply, and turmeric removes the blood clots inside the circulatory system by reducing them. It just doesn't bring them into circulatory system. It breaks them into small pieces which can dissolve in the blood and can be thrown out the bloodstream. So these prophylactic as well as curative methods have been very, very beneficial during the past 2 months, through which people have been taking it. So friends, I would say recite the mantra Temperature is good, bacteria are friendly. Do not act unless the situation is out of control, which means when the temperature increases either because of the bacteria or because of the viruses beyond a certain limit, let's say 102 degrees Fahrenheit, at which time you can use simple methods like tepid water cloth or rub onion and reduce the temperature up to 102. Many people have been benefited by this method and come out of the situation within a couple of days without really hampering their respiratory system. So, take action only when required, otherwise, allow nature to take its course and cure. Thank you and Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.